Hey guys, it's Mr. Tucker here with JustINSPIRE Mentoring. I want to take some time to break down what this training looks like. So we have 7 modules. The first module, we're going to talk about defining what mentoring is. We're going to learn about the missions of JustINSPIRE, understand our ethics, as well as develop the mindset. Remember, our mentoring framework is based on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, motivational interviewing, RBT therapy, solution-focused brief therapy, all right, as well as social etiquette, chess, life skills, and financial literacy. But going on from there, we also have module 2, which is going to be about understanding and helping build those connections. And in doing that, again, we'll talk about development considerations, talking about more of that trauma theory, as well as exploring Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the trauma-informed practice, building rapport, motivational interviewing, which is really talking about your listening skills. We also use Mark Savickas' life design theory for career construction. And lastly, but not least, the relevant RBT principles for mentoring. I'm not turning you guys into therapists, but I do want to give you the soft skills needed so that you can effectively get in front of young people and really make the most of the time. For Module 3, we're talking more about structuring the mentoring relationship and the process, all right? And what that's talking about is understanding the importance of structure in mentoring, all right? Remember, one of the key words that you'll always hear me talk about, so when I speak about JustINSPIRE Mentoring, is how we're intentional, and how us being intentional is what separates us from everyone else. No one's as intentional as we are. All the conversations are geared toward that constant uplift. That's why I talk about Mark Savickas' life design theory, because as you're gonna learn when you come to the training, Mark Savickas' life design theory talks about how even in casual conversations, we can talk about a movie, but still find ways to draw things, send this conversation that can help us figure out what your long-term goals and visions and values are. These are the skills that I really wanted to park upon you, because these are the skills that I believe can help us be more transformative when we spend time with our young people, and particularly our young men who critically need it now more than ever, all right? We're also going to facilitate a collaborative goal setting using SMART goals, which is another framework that we're really big on, and emphasizing and teaching SMART goals, all right? Applying strength-based, solution-focused approach to goal setting. That's where that this work in college, the scholarships and things, what do you need to look up that for? You could be focusing on something else. All right. More importantly, focusing on that mentee that you're talking with. Okay. And my favorite, module 6, communication and etiquette. Excuse me, professionalism, communication. Okay. And this is going to be about building trust. Applying the principles of professional communication, understanding social etiquette and mentoring, and identifying and maintaining key professional boundaries, which is going to be important. Even though we're trying to build a strong mentor-mentee relationship, we still have to exercise those respectable boundaries and spaces. And our last module, we'll be doing some case studies on how to apply skills in realistic scenarios. A personal mentoring style, developing your authentic approach. And we'll give you some self-care and support techniques, because this work can get heavy, but I don't want you to feel like you're carrying it alone. All right? And then, of course, any documentation, and we'll wrap it up. And guys, that will conclude the training needed for becoming a mentor with the JustINSPIRE mentoring. And I got to tell you, I'm excited and looking forward to the possibilities of what we can and will do together.